My name is Louis Odianosa Ojomoh. I hail from Idigun Quarter in Amedokhian, Uromi. I'm a legal practitioner. My practice has been in Europe and also in Nigeria, where I currently practice. I'm also interested passionately in education. I founded a school sometime in 2000 where I hope to do two things: educate children honestly and also to employ labor.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate that. You see, actually, this is part of a series that is on Esan or Esan, actually, because the Esan is the European didn't know how to pronounce Esan, so they say Esan. But the real name actually is Esan, the Esan people of Nigeria. Our culture, our reality, who we are, where we are coming from, everything about us. But this also is explained both in national language and also in English. So today we are using English to talk about these great people, the great Esan. Okay, so Owan, the first thing I would like to ask you now relating to our origin, related to where we are coming from, because we are talking about you, is to tell me a little background of you. Uh, where were you born? Where did you grow up as a person? Because the reason is this one. Even though we are talking about Esan, but we're also talking about the larger African diaspora. And most of these people, sometimes they don't know where they are coming from, specifically in Africa. I'm talking of those older generations. Those who maybe migrated in the recent years and came to maybe Europe or in America, they know where they are coming from. But those who have gone there, who have got it there, maybe through slavery and the rest of it, most of them have to do a lot of DNA testing to get to the physical place where they might have come from. So for this reason, it is intentional that we talk about us, where we are coming from. We make mention of specific places so that it helps them to sort of know not only where they are coming from, even how those names sound. For example, Uromi, Amedokhian, where we say something like that, where we say Edo, Benin. So we do them a favor by helping them to connect. So this is the reason. So tell me where you were born and where did you grow up? That is where we are starting from, please.
Obulaba, Edo Arabian. I was born in Benin City. I was raised in Benin City, went to primary and secondary school in Benin. But I'm proudly Esan. When I decided to go into politics, I didn't start in Benin, where my family was more rooted and popular. I went back home to Amedokhian. As an Edo man, and specifically an Esan man from Urumi, I'm very proud of my heritage, very proud of my background. And I think, as you say, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. And everything I've done, I think, so far, in terms of reaching out, in terms of pursuing my passion in politics, for example, has been done in Uromi. A lot of empowerment that I've done has been in Uromi, Amedokhian again, more particularly, where I visit very regularly. I don't think there's a month where I'm not spending a few days at home. Sometimes I will spend weeks at a time, connecting with the people, making myself available to the people, knowing my people, bonding with my people, which I think is something that we all have to make sacrifices to do. A lot of us have our businesses. We are living outside Uromi, outside Edo State, and also outside the country. But I think we all need to make extra effort. I know it's difficult. We have to make an extra effort to connect with our people back home, because they do need us. There's a lot of essential development and progress that needs to be made by those who are outside, to the larger community. So on my own part, I have made a conscious decision to be more connected with Amedokhian and Uromi and to represent. So I've happily been doing so now for very, very many years. And it gives me great pleasure indeed, to be at home, to have that freedom of interaction. And my people are always very welcoming, very warm, and we're always very happy to be in each other's company. And I would really recommend that therapy to anybody who is skeptical about going home, because there's a lot of skepticism, a lot of old wives' tales, a lot of cultural beliefs, I think, that has put people off coming home. There are people who are, they're prepared to send aid home, send money, send things, but they don't want to send themselves to come home because there's a certain belief, about physically coming home. Well, I offer myself a proof that it is indeed safe and possible for you to come home and be amongst your people, stay in the village, sleep there, eat there, interact with people, and go back to your base safely, intact, and plan to return again. So, I encourage that to everybody. As I said at the beginning of this podcast, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. I never recommend for anybody to do something without me, having experienced what I'm recommending or having, evidence. Maybe as a lawyer, my background requires evidence at all times, not just opinion. So when I recommend something to you, trust me, you can take it to the bank.
Thank you so much for that, sir. You see, talking of evidence, okay, it's true that what we are going to be concentrating on today in this episode of Obehi podcast is going to be youth development. We are coming to there just now, but it's good that at least we lay down the background, so at least it covered the foundation and also to help people understand where we are coming from. Okay, we are coming from the same place, which is Amedokhian Uromi. Now, talking of helping the people, talking of the impact some individuals do make in their community. Now, what I remember is the work that your father did, in Amedokhian, bringing water to the people of Amedokhian. I think it's the first time that we had the access to pipe-borne water at the time. I remember a lot of people were coming from all over the places, coming to Amedokhian to be fetching water. So if nothing is remembered of Mr. Ojomoh, the great Ojomoh, as we would like to call him, at least that good gesture, I think a lot of Amedokhian people are remembering it. And that is a sign also to people who are going to come after him to do a similar thing, because now you have benefited from the good gesture of somebody. The button is now left for you, extend it on. So I want you to spend some few words there. What you feel about that coming from an individual who have been able to, let water flow. Water is a symbol of life also. It's a symbol of existence, because without water, everything in this world will be gone. So somebody who have done that to our people, what do you feel be the son of such an individual?
I'm a very humble person. So when you ask me to now maybe eulogize my father, it feels a bit awkward. But as I said, and you also alluded to now, that we are talking evidence, and I cannot deny, first of all, being my father's son. I also cannot deny being proud to be an Ojomoh. I also cannot deny being proud of the achievements of my father, especially when one considers that at the time when he exhibited immense philanthropy in Esan land, he wasn't seeking political office. He wasn't asking for a thank you. He wasn't laying foundation for anything. He simply did what he did because he was an Esan son, an Uromi son, an Amedokhian son, and he felt that he needed to also give back to the community